Hi, I'm Tinley Park Village Manager Pat Carr, and with me today is a good friend, Chief Tom Tilton with the Tinley Park Police Department. Tom, welcome, and why don't you give us a little background on the police department?
I'm happy to, Pat, and thanks for having me. The Tinley Park Police Department is located at approximately 80th Avenue and 183rd Street. We have about 150 employees, and they're separated into 4 divisions, all headed by a commander: administration, patrol, investigations, and special programs, which handles all of our special events. And as you know, we have quite a few of those. We also have crime prevention, crime-free rental housing program, and animal control, as well as within those divisions we have special units such as street crime suppression and the K-9 officers, the traffic safety unit. So those are special teams that we have within patrol and some of the other divisions.
And that's good to know. And lead it into that, a lot of people want to know is, what is the police department doing to keep our residents safe and our businesses?
Well, that's a really good question. First and foremost, what we're doing is we're keeping our department staffed. We've had a great success in our recruiting, and we've hired 13 officers in the past year. We've promoted 6 commanders and 3 sergeants. We're providing enhanced protection to all of our special events so that everyone can come out and feel safe. As you know, Tinley Park is known for its special events, the Block Party, the Oktoberfest, and so many others. We provide a specialized level of enhanced protection so that people can come into a secure environment and have all the fun they want and leave knowing that they had a good time and they were as safe as that we could provide for them.
And you brought up about hiring the new officers, and I know recruiting has always been an important thing that we've always tried to enhance, and we've had great partnership with the police department to help us with that. And I think a lot of people have to realize that, you know, it isn't someone just walks in off the street and they become an officer. There's quite a bit of background investigation, testing to make sure we have a qualified person. We do have a lateral program that I know you were a major part of bringing officers from other departments over into Tinley Park. But, you know, talk a little bit about, you know, some of the, you know, attributes you're looking for in a police officer that you want to be part of the Tinley Park team.
Well, we're looking for people who want to be a police officer. We have, in the past, we've had orientation for people who are applying for police officer, and we always make the point when we talk to our new candidates, this isn't something you should do just because you want a job. This is for somebody who wants to be a police officer. We hold our officers to a very high standard, and we think that we have extremely qualified and very quality people who are performing as Tinley Park police officers. And because we hold them to a high standard, we do very extensive background checks to make sure that they're the right person that's a good fit for this department, and that they meet the criteria of wanting to be part of it. They have to be mature, they have to be an independent thinker, they have to be able to follow instructions, they have to be able to deal with people and communicate, and they have to be able to respond to emergency situations. Not everyone is built for that, and we feel like the mix of people that we have brought in, either as a lateral from another police department or as brand new candidates, are what we consider the top of the line. Very proud of them.
That's great info. I think along with, you know, getting the quality people or the men and women that are part of this department, I think technology plays in a major part as it relates to some of our crime prevention. And I know one of the programs that you've, again, been, you know, very involved with is our Fusus camera program. Tell us a little bit about what that program is all about.
Pat, that's one of the major reasons I want to be part of this program and talk to you today. Fusus is a program that we're incredibly excited about. It allows us to receive information, camera information, video information from business partners, school partners, merchants, residents who want to share their camera information with us. It's at their discretion. So we don't spy on them. We can't see through their cameras without their permission. For instance, a business, if they call 911, then they agree that activates the camera. If a resident wants to share camera video with us, we're not looking for their camera unless they allow us to do that. So it helps us with investigations. It would help us at a situation where we would have a problem at a school. We can, the bottom line is, the advantage it gives us is if the user chooses to donate, we can see what the situation looks like in the structure before we get to it. So we can see, for instance, if a gas station is being robbed, we can see where the robber is in the building. If he's taking hostages, we can see where the hostages are. All of those things help us respond more quickly, and they help us respond efficiently, and they help us save time, because the ability to save time and to take time away from the person that's committing the crime is the best advantage that we can ask for. So I really want to recommend that to our residents and to our businesses. All you have to do is go to Connect Tinley Park, Google Connect Tinley Park, and you can sign up for Fusus. You can sign up for the Cerberus camera integration plan, and you can do a couple of things. You can sign up for Fusus, and then the Fusus representatives will meet with you and fulfill your needs. They'll give you what you need or help you get to what you need. Or you can just simply let us know you have a camera, or you have cameras. You don't have to share video with us. You can just let us know that you have one. So in case an incident happens in your neighborhood, we can come to your house and go, will you let us see your video? The thing that I really want to reemphasize to everybody is this is not involuntary surveillance. This is totally at the discretion of the owner of the camera. At no time are we taking control of anyone's camera or doing anything untoward or without their permission or invading their privacy. This is totally at their permission, and we are grateful for everyone who's participating. And the program is growing exponentially.
That's great. And how does that build into another program that we've been doing, and another project that's currently underway is our Emergency Operations Center? We're totally renovating that, and our intent is to get a real-time crime center in there. How does that blend into everything that we're doing down there in the EOC?
Well, it builds into the efficiency of our response. I want to thank you for your contribution to greenlighting that project. The EOC needs to be reevaluated, it needs to be reassessed, it needs to be reconstructed, because it's going to allow us to take advantage of technology like Fusus. So with the real-time crime center approach, what that means is we in the future hope to staff that with a police officer to watch the cameras that we have access to. So in case something happens at 911 or an incident happens, we can look at it right away. For instance, if one of our gas stations is robbed overnight, we can see the car that was participating in it, or our car dealerships are robbed. We can see the car that's stolen, see the license plates on it, let the officers who are responding know what the suspect's description is, what their car looks like. And often we'll respond to a crime scene like that, and the car will already be leaving, and the officers will pass it going the other way without knowing that's a suspect vehicle. But those are things that help us have an advantage and catch the perpetrator a little bit faster. And separately, during the day, with a school response, for instance, we can see where, if we had an active shooter incident, for example, we can see where in the school the subject is. We don't have to look for him. And that time is everything in that situation. And if we know exactly where to go as soon as possible, we can take that time away from that shooter and protect our students much, much more quickly. And to get back to your point, an officer who's looking at that and understands the way we operate tactically can relay that information to the supervisors on scene, so we can have an even more effective response. It's a win for everybody.
Yeah, and you brought up the schools. We have such a great relationship with all of our school districts. Our high schools, our 2 high schools that we have, and then our grammar schools and even the private schools, and the relationship that the police department and the fire department and all of our public safety partners have really worked on over the years. And it's a really great relationship that, blends expertise from that education side, and then our public safety partners that come in there to really provide programs for our youth in these, but also provide and let us utilize some of these programs. Moving on a little bit, about our community, we have a very large hotel complex within the village. What are some of the things we're doing to assist with the hotels and keeping crime suppressed in those areas?
Well, that's a good point. And once again, it comes back to the Fusus program. A lot of our hotels are participating in the Fusus program. They're sharing their cameras with us at their discretion. I want to say that every opportunity I get, because I understand people's concern about their privacy. But once again, the hotels are showing a great interest in Fusus. They want to make sure that their patrons are safe when they walk out in the parking lot. And the other thing that we're doing out there, as I mentioned earlier when we were talking about how we're structured, we have the Street Crime Suppression Unit, SCSU. Our SCSU team is out there frequently. And the idea is to make sure that we're as close as possible should an incident occur. We're looking for specific things. I don't want to get into everything, but we're looking for specific activity, and we're having success out there. So I want to really assure anybody who's a guest in Tinley Park that they're going to be as safe as we can provide for them, and we have assets in place to make that happen.
I mean, that was a great recommendation to get that specialized unit. I know when that was brought to us in the administration, that required, 3 additional officers, 3 to 4 additional officers, and a sergeant. So those were additional officers that we brought forward as far as the administration to our elected officials. And, our mayor and our trustees were 100% on board on that and passed that through a budget a couple of years ago. So again, a great partnership that we enjoy, public safety being a focus, both of the administration and of the board, and a great program that we have. Why don't you tell me a little bit about some of the programs we're doing for the community out there, some of the community outreach we're doing?
Everything starts with our officers. They have a tremendous spirit of community involvement. If there's a way to participate with our community, they're always involved. They generate so much goodwill with our residents by the way that they interact with them. And I want to thank all of our residents for all their support. I can't tell you the number of times that I'm out in the street or I'm at an event and I have just tremendous interaction with the people that live in this community. They're tremendously supportive, and we're doing everything we can to provide them with the best police service we have. But to answer your question, we do a lot of things. We have the Seniors and Law Enforcement Together program, which you speak at and I introduce every year. Our senior community is very feisty, and they have it's always a spirited discussion when I speak to them. They challenge us, and they're just a pleasure to be around.
A lot of experience.
Yes.
They bring a lot of experience.
Yes, I really enjoy talking to them. They're fantastic. Every year we do Coffee with a Cop, and we have 3 or 4 of our officers go to different Dunkin' Donuts, for example, and meet patrons as they come in and let them ask all the questions that they want. And I have to say, I go to a lot of these. I really, really like the way that the residents interact with our police officers, and I like the way our police officers interact with the residents. It's a really good mix. We do National Night Out. I want to thank Dinah Navis for winning the award for the top National Night Out. I want to say like 17 years in a row. She's filling up our awards wall with plaques for the success that she's had.
Great program.
Everybody has a great time there. Everybody has a great time. I have nothing but compliments. We do the Citizens Police Academy. I want to really encourage all of our residents to take advantage of the Citizens Police Academy. Commander Sullivan, Sergeant Schmeckpepper, Officer Hassan, Officer London, and all the officers that provide that program just do a stellar job. The people that take part in that are so complimentary when they're finished. They've had such a good time. It's funny, when they start, they're very nervous because they're not sure what they're getting into. And then when it's over, 12 weeks later, they're just super excited. They've made new friends. They've had a great time. We do Cop on a Rooftop, which is a Special Olympics charity event. We do Polar Plunge, which is also the same. We've had retired Commander Bill Devine, who's a nationally known figure in the Special Olympics, that it was a driving force in this. Officer Robbie Frias has taken over a lot of the role of that. We've just had a lot of success focusing on Special Olympics and the good works that organization does. We have Seat Check Saturday, where Dinah from Crime Prevention helps you with your car seat. She helps you install it and make sure that your kids are safe. And we have prescription drug disposal. And one of the things that I really want to emphasize, and we'll finish off the list, is we do safe transactions at TPPD, right? So if you make a deal with someone online and you want to sell them something, you want to buy something from them, please come out and do your transaction in our parking lot. Feel safe that nothing's going to happen to you when you exchange merchandise. I have to say an enormous number of people take advantage of that, and they come out and do their transactions, and everybody comes out a winner. They make the sale or they don't make the sale, but everybody leaves safe, and they all feel better about the experience. So those are just some of the things that we do, but we work very hard to support a very supportive community.
Tom, I want to thank you for joining me today and telling about this great professional department that we have and how it really protects our residents, our businesses, and our visitors that come to Tinley Park. So again, thank you.
Thank you, and I just want to say to everybody that's watching, police officers are excellent. We have an excellent police department. You should be proud of them. And we're working as hard as we can for you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.